Hi everyone, I'm back with another video review. I finally got Wave 9. I went through so much trouble getting these figures. But when I'm talking about prices and all that stuff, like, I'll tell you my story. So from left to right, I have the Black Space Ranger, the Blue Lost Galaxy Ranger, and SPD Green Ranger. So I'll show you guys each box individually. This is what it looks like. So as usual, you have the Ranger depicted on the right there. We have the title in space black, what the top looks like in the bottom and the side. This is what the other side looks like. And on the back we have a really nice picture of the figure. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with this helmet there. And he's holding his Luna lance. Looks pretty cool. Don't really care for the effect piece because it looks like he's using a ribbon. So that's Black Space Rangers, and what I love is they made the Luna lance very accurate. That's one thing I didn't like about the 90s figures, is that the Luna lance was so short. Here's Blue Lost Galaxy Ranger. That's what he looks like. One thing I always loved about these boxes is that they color coordinated, which looks really cool. And I believe this is the promo picture they used when they revealed Wave 9. A lot of people were nervous that the helmet was a different shade, like where the eyes are is white, and then down below where the visor is, that detailing would be silver. But it turned out that they made it the same color, which is awesome. So the sky. One thing I love about this wave is that they made the human faces of the Rangers very accurate. Finally, here's Bridge. I'm very pleased with Bridge's head as well. In the promo pictures, it didn't look like they did him justice, but in person it looks really nice. And with this, SPD is nearly done. We only need the Yellow Ranger Z, and we pretty much have all the SPD Ranger figures. I mean, unless you want to get technical and count like Noah and Cat Ranger. Yeah, if we're looking at the entire team like that, then yeah, it's not technically complete, but the main Rangers are pretty much complete after we get yellow. So hopefully Wave 11 will have more Galaxy Rangers and the last SPD Ranger. And yeah, so far from what I've seen, all my figures seem to be painted well, but who knows when I take them out if there are any surprises that await me. So let's take a look at articulation and accessories. And yes, I know the Carlos head is sideways, but because of the ponytail, I can't get it to stand up straight. So I'm going to show you guys the articulation of one of the figures, since they're pretty much all the same. And then we'll look at the accessories. So this is the Black Space Ranger. Overall, he looks amazing. The only thing I really don't like is that they didn't put the shoulder pads higher. They put it a little bit low, and that just does not look right. But everything else looks good. Another thing that I noticed with the Black Ranger is that their visors stretch out a little bit more. The detailing isn't this close, at least like a little bit further back. That's another thing that I noticed. And you can tell I'm a huge Space Rangers fan when I can see those details there. But yeah, but those are just minor details. It's not really in your face. I only noticed it because I'm obsessed with the Power Rangers in spacesuits. But yes, that's what the figure looks like. So for articulation, pretty much the same articulation for every Lightning figure. You move the arms, actually do it like this, you guys can see, side to side. So the only thing about the Lightning figure joints, they're a little bit too tight, so it's kind of hard to So you can go up and down, and then you can move it, side to side. You can move it up, down, and then it has like a shoulder rotation down here, and the glove also rotates like so. The head also, you can move it up, down, move it all around. Same thing with this hand here. You can kind of stretch out the chest as well by moving the hands like so. And also the chest, you can go back, forward. It's like a 360. Legs, you can go side to side, up and down. You have like a double articulation on the knee here. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys. So yeah, sorry, there you go. It allows you to do so many different like poses with these figures, and move the boot all around, and the feet. Yeah, you can kind of move around with the feet as well. And there's also a 360 movement right here. So the lightning figures, they have a lot of articulation. They're meant to be doing special poses, so standing up straight is not something the figures are meant for. That's why they look very awkward. I'm going to show you guys what the Carlos head looks like. They did an impressive job on Carlos. Looks freaking amazing. Sorry, let me just make sure my camera focuses more. There you go. So that's what he looks like. He looks amazing. I love this so much. The lightning figures are even more so worth it when they make the actors look so accurate. And that's Carlos, and I'm going to show you guys the blue Lost Galaxy Ranger. I'm just going to have him lean there. That's what he looks like. I love the detailing on the helmet. They did a great job. And I'll show you guys the Ranger figure with Kai's head on it. They did an amazing job with Kai's head too. Freaking awesome. Let's hope that this is what the future looks like with the lightning figures. If they make the characters look more accurate. So that's Lost Galaxy Blue. And here's SPD Green. I was kind of nervous getting him because there were some pictures online where SPD Green was missing half of the color on his visor. So, but I lucked out that I got like a fully painted green. He looks awesome. The only thing that I don't like about the belt, it's a dull gray. It's not like a metallic silver that, like the cuffs on his wrist and the cuffs on his boots. So he looks amazing. So I'm gonna put Bridget's head on and I'll show you guys. For some reason, once I put Bridget's head on, yeah, it doesn't really look too much like Bridge anymore. On the packaging he did, but I guess it's a decent attempt at least. I would say Carlos's human face is the best one. Then comes Kai, and then this one would be like the last one. So that's SPD Green. So I'll continue on with the accessories. gonna move the helmets out of the way so I can show you guys. So Space Black came with this amazing looking Luna Lance. It's pretty huge, as you can tell. It's a little bit taller than the figures. So let me put it on Carlos. And one thing I noticed about these newer Lightning figures is that you can easily pop their heads off and on again. I remember the older Lightning figures, it was very tough. You had to kind of play around with it a bit. So that's what it kind of looks like if you were to use it with the figure. So that's the Lunar Lance. I love it so much. And he comes with I'm just gonna lean him on the back here. He comes with the Astro Blaster. Same one that red and yellow came with. And he comes with this effect piece. I'm guessing it's supposed to look like he's pulling some power. Oops, there goes the Lunar Lance. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with the effect piece. He comes with two hands there. One is a fist. And, well, both of them are fists actually. And that's pretty much it for the Black Space Ranger. And moving on to the blue Lost Galaxy Power Ranger. So he comes with two versions of the Quasar Saber. One that's the longer version and the retracted version. One thing that's really cool, let me try to get it to focus so you guys can see properly. Sorry, bear with me here. Yeah, I can't really do too much of a close-up. It's not, for some reason it doesn't want to zoom in. But it does have the ape, it's not really a coin, but detail, the ape detailing, that's what I meant. Sorry, I was at a loss of words. It's really awesome. Okay, so maybe it will let me, no? Yeah. This camera's a bit iffy. The fact that they looked at that detail is pretty awesome. Like, they could have easily just re-released Leo's Quasar Saber. It also comes with this Cosmo Claw. I'm thankful we got the Trans Daggers, but I don't like that it's kind of incomplete because Leo did not come with his Magna Talon. He only came with that cannon. So yeah, so let me see if it will zoom in. It should. I like that they cared to put the respective color on it. Looks awesome. This is the effect piece that he comes with. This is just a reused effect piece. I can't remember which other figure came with it, but I remember this exact effect piece. He comes with two hands. One looks like a karate chop hand, and the other one is an open hand, like this one here. And here's the retracted Quasar Saber. And it fits snug into his holster there. Finally, we have Bridge. So he comes with this baton right here. and also an extended version as well. It feels like they released the same weapon as the blue SPD Ranger, because I remember it being this long. And you can fix on the handle if you wanted to hold it as a gun, or you can hold it separately. Actually, it looks like a tiny Luna Lance now that I look at it. It came with this small little SPD morpher. And he came with an effect piece as well. This also looks like it's a reused one. And he came with two hands, pretty much the same hands that Kai was released with. So this one is a slight bit different. And a karate chop hand. So there you have it. So those are the accessories for SPD Green, and if you wanted, you can put these in a holster like so. Pretty sure I put it on wrong, but that's what it looks like. So far, I'm honestly loving what I'm seeing with these figures. They look awesome. Let me just move this a little bit so you guys can see. Oops, sorry about that. There you go. And yeah, honestly, one of my favorite waves so far. So it's comparison time. I want to show you guys different Black Space Ranger figures. So I have Legacy on the right and the original Black Space Ranger from 1998 on the left there. And Lightning, I have him in the middle there. So it's interesting how different they look, even though it's the same figure. Like, one thing that I can tell right away, I don't know if you guys can, yeah, you guys should be able to tell, but the yellow scuff is a lot wider on this figure here. And this figure, it's not as wide, it's thinner. And this figure, it's not even a scuff. And it's not even a triangle scuff, it's barely even there. It's like it's more rounded. It's one thing I noticed. And one thing you can tell right away is only figure that got it correct is the 98 figure, because there's too much white shoulder going on in this one here, and the white shoulder is a little bit too low. That's the problem. And one thing I noticed about the helmet on the Lightning figure that I didn't notice earlier was that the helmet is a little bit flatter than it should be. It should have been more rounded. That's why the visor looks awkward on this figure versus the other two. And of course, these two figures have the signature, well, not signature, but Black Space Ranger, the suit, it came with like a white rim to signify the Light Star section of the helmet. I call it Light Star because that's what the toys and the show called it. I don't know what the official name is. This one it doesn't, so it looks really weird. It looks like it has a bald spot. So yeah, so here's the figures side by side. And honestly, for a vintage figure, I believe the 90s figure really got it spot on. Like, I definitely love it. There's pros and cons for each of the figures, but if I have to choose a figure, definitely the 90s figure is very spot on. I would give up the human head any day for accurate, detailed looking figures. So, I mean, the other two are accurate in the sense of looking more humanoid than the 90s figures, of course. But yeah, so that's the Black Space Rangers. So that was actually very interesting. And I'll show you Lost Galaxy Blue. Lost Galaxy Blue was one of the teams that wasn't covered by Legacy. but I do have the 90s figure to compare with. And I thought I'll have the Lights of Orion figure, the Japanese figure beside it. And right away, what I like about the Lightning figure is the exaggerated muscles aren't really there. It looks more real, like the legs, the arms, the chest. And the 90s figure, like the helmet, does not. It's not very very detailed like these two right here. I definitely love the Lightning figure's helmet because it's very detailed, and of course, they do have the advantage of making a detailed helmet because the helmet is bigger. So it's kind of unfair to compare the three figures because unlike Lightning and Legacy, like it's like night and day with these figures. See, it's Lightning does have an unfair advantage over them. Definitely Lightning would win over these figures, like over these two figures, because of the more realistic attributes that it has going for it. So that's basically it. That's the comparison I want to show you guys. And one thing I love about let me actually remove the armor so I can show you. The zigzag detail is perfect on the Japanese version. Like the American version, the original American version, this one here, the zigzag was a little bit thin, as opposed to the Japanese figure got it so perfect, like it's a perfect size. And then the Lightning figure made it way too fat that they could only fit so many zigzags that it looks a bit awkward. Even the chest zigzag is way too big and long. It shouldn't have been that long. That's the one thing that this figure here has over this one here. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like there's not too much going on with these three figures. Unfortunately for SPD Green, I no longer have I used to have way back in the day the Light Patrol figure, but I don't have a Light Patrol figure to compare with to show you guys. But I'm pretty sure it will be very similar because the Light Patrol figures also follow the same Bandai mold. I'm going to show you guys all three Ranger figures with their respective teams. So, as most of you guys are already aware, for space, right now we only have red, yellow, and now black. And honestly, I love these figures. It's definitely it's the weapons that also add to it. Like I hope Bandai takes note in what they did wrong because not including their weapons made the figures take a serious hit. So yes, this is what they look like. I tried to like pulse them the best I could. I'm not really good with pulsing figures too much. It was never my thing, but I must admit pulsing them a little bit even brings them out as well. So this is what they look like. And I'm gonna show you guys their them with their human heads, and we'll see what they look like. I haven't revisited my old Lightning figures in a while, so it was such a nice treat to see the Andros head. I forgot how amazing they made his head. So here's Andros. And I'm just gonna put on Ashley's head. Funny thing, I was actually doing this video review yesterday, and for the life of me, I could not find Ashley's human head, and I searched high and low, and by the time I found it was like so late that I didn't even feel like continuing, so I just waited until today to complete it. I'm so excited for Cassie's figure because just with the three of them, they look amazing. Just imagine Cassie and TJ in the mix. They will look even more so amazing. So here's what all three of them look like. And honestly, Andros and Carlos look amazing. Ashley, I was never a fan of Ashley's head. I mean, it's grown on me a little bit, but it just does not look like her. But the other two are impressive. If I had to choose, the best one would have to go with Andros. And that's not a fault of Carlos. It's just that I always liked Andros's highlighted hair. And I like that they included that detail because he looks really cool. And Carlos is very close, like 99.9 close. Like, yeah, they did an impressive job. Only thing I didn't really like is that they gave yellow a gold collar versus red and black. They're very inconsistent. They keep going back and forth, and I wish they didn't do that. If they either make all the figures the same or I guess don't. But yeah, so here's Power Rangers in space. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how the other teams look. So here I have the Lost Galaxy figures. So currently we just have Blue, Red, and Magnet Defender. They look good. It's nice to see more figures of the same team together. It brings them out a little bit more. I'm going to show you guys them with their human heads on. So here's Leo. Let me just straighten him out a little bit. That's Leo. And here's Kai, and Magnet Defender doesn't have a human head because they most likely based him off the first Magnet Defender. I have a feeling we'll get a second individual Magnet Defender with based on Mike. So that's all three of them. So we have Kai, Leo, and well, Magnet Defender. If I had to choose a best head, would definitely be Kai. Like, it resembles him a lot more. Leo looks like Leo as well, but they made the head look a slight bit bloated. But yeah, so Kai wins this round here. So that's Lost Galaxy, and coming up next is SPD, and that's gonna be fun because they have like 5 Rangers or 6 Rangers together. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So here's SPD. My camera is giving a lot of issues today. I don't know why. So I am gonna cut this into 2 pieces because I don't want it to interrupt in the middle. So forgive my hand. I'm just making sure that it's okay. Good. So SPD is pretty impressive because we have double the amount of ranges as Lost Galaxy and Space. So that's really awesome, and I love how they look, and they look really good if you don't really pay attention to the minor details, like Pink not having her white detailing around the helmet, or Blue having inaccurate visor, there's not enough curve, so they curved it too much. There's something going on with Blue's helmet that makes it not look right. But yeah, together they look amazing, and I'm just hoping we get Yellow, Nova, and Cat Ranger to complete the team. And yeah, so coming up next, I'm going to show you them with their human heads. Hopefully my camera didn't give out. Okay, good. So here are the SPD Ranger figures with the human heads. and they look awesome. And of course, Omega did not come with a human head. If I had to choose a best head, I would definitely go with Kruger, but that would be unfair because animal heads are, I would think, is a little bit easier versus having to make like a human head, especially to make it resemble the character. If I had to choose someone, it would definitely probably be Red. Although Blue and Sky and Bridge come close, because I think Jack looks a lot more like Jack than the others do, like their counterparts. So yeah, so Jack looks more like him. So yeah, these are the SPD Ranger figures, and yeah, they look amazing. We just need Z, and then we're complete. We're finally at the end of the video. I never thought I would see this because my camera was giving so many issues. So it took me a while to make this video. So yeah, so out of all three Rangers, if I had to choose one, I would go with Space because I've always loved the in space suits and they look amazing. But if you're looking at like overall detailing, Lost Galaxy would get it because he has an accurate Kai head, and all the details on Lost Galaxy Blue are pretty much spot on. Even SPD Green is pretty close as well. These are the figures. Now, if you guys are wondering how much these are, they're pretty much like the same price as the previous Lightning figures. They're if you're in the US, it's $19.99. In Canada, they vary from $24.99 to $29.99. I of course got this from Amazon USA, and when converted, it costed me like $29.99 Canadian. So I ended up getting it from there, and I had such a time trying to get these figures. I first had pre-ordered them from Walmart in March or May, I can't remember, and I was quoted August 27th. August 27th arrived, nothing, and then 28th they said it's delayed, and at the end of 28th they just canceled my order, and it was just so annoying, wasting all that time waiting for these figures only for it to get canceled. But yeah, I'm very impressed with this wave. Like, we've had some really nice waves. It's seldom to have a full wave where the human ranger heads actually resemble them, or all of them do, and this was one of those rare waves. So yes, thank you so much for watching, and as always, please subscribe, like, comment, it really does help. And thank you for watching, and have yourselves a great day.